Hi everyone, Adventure 4904 here. Welcome to my channel. A couple of days ago I got the Honeycomb Alpha controls. Been waiting for this for quite a while. It took me about 45 days to receive it, but it's well worth the wait. Today I'd like to do a bit of unboxing and configuring the Alpha control and also maybe doing some test flights. Right, let's do it. So this is the box. It's a kind of a nice quality box, I can say, right? So let's take it out. It's just a sleeve, just slide it out. And let's see what's inside. So we have the manuals that comes with it, and some bits of rubber, I don't know, rubber stoppers, I guess. Yeah. We have the cables. This is the USB to USB-A to USB-C cable, network cable. Looks like a network cable. I think it connects to the yoke, to the body of the yoke, the control. And we have a base plate, yeah, which is we're going to stick it to the table and then hook it up with the brackets. So I guess the brackets inside here. Let's open up and look at the brackets. So these are the metal brackets that you clamp it onto your desk. Yeah, kind of solid, very heavy duty clamps. And this is the main guy. Yeah, let me take it out. Here you go. Yeah, very solid looking controls here, very well made. Here you go, you got the yoke there. Yeah, very nice feeling. It has that spring back to idle position, goes 90 degrees to the left, to the right, goes in and out. Okay. Got switches over here. We've got the alternator, battery, avionics. We've got the beacon, the landing lights. We've got the taxi lights, navigation and strobe. On the left side we've got the magnetos, left, right, left and both. And then the start button. Yeah. At the back you can see that there's a USB connector. Here we have a reset switch. This knob for you to tighten your base unit. And at the bottom you can see that it has this hole that you can put it into the base unit. This is all rubberized, so it will not slip from your desk. Okay, and it has a serial number here as well. And there's also a RJ45 connection which you connect from your yoke to your body of the yoke. So this cable actually goes into here and it plugs it right into there. Okay, so that is how it looks like. Very nice design, very smooth surface. The switches here, you get your trim controls up and down. In fact, they're split into two, the left and right trim. If you're flying the bigger aircraft, I guess. I'm just flying the GA aircrafts, so probably just use both. Your hat switch, which for your wheels. There is a button at the back here, right? There's a button over here, the white button. You've got, I guess this is probably the autopilot engage, disengage, and maybe this is for rudder trimming. But we can reassign the buttons for something else, whatever that you want to do. Okay, so let's hook it up to my computer and configure it, and then let's go for a flight. Hey guys, we are in the flight simulator now. You can see I've set up two cameras. One is actually the screen that I'm recording on my monitor, and I have got the camera over here for you to have a look at the yoke, and also if you notice I have an iPad on my control column here. I've made a video about this, of how you can set up your iPad or even your iPhone to create some keyboard shortcuts for your iPad. All the keyboard shortcuts that you can have, you can actually put it onto your device. So the software is called Touch Portal. You can assign buttons to it, so I've done mine so I don't have to reach out to my keyboard all the time. Alright, so please have a look at the video if you want to know more about how I got it set up. Today, since we got the Alpha Yoke set up, I'm going to do a short flight. I've been flying in Japan recently, so it's an airport that I flew last. It's called the, let me bring up the map, the little nav map here. So it's called Shimojishima Romeo Oscar Romeo Sierra Airport. Yeah, we're going to take off from here, do a bit of circuit and come back. So what happened was, as soon as I installed the flight yoke or the Honeycomb flight controllers, if you go under options, you can see that it detects it automatically. It wasn't straightforward for me because I had some issues with my USB driver, so I had to uninstall and reinstall the USB drivers for it. So now it's working well. You know it's working well, you can see the red light in the control column. So what I've done here is I've reassigned the buttons. So I know it came with default with the own buttons, so I've reassigned the buttons. I've chosen Alpha Flight's control over here, and I'm going to click on search by input, and you can see that the button at the back of the handle here is actually assigned to toggle smart camera. So I didn't change that, that was by default. And I've changed a couple of buttons. If you see that you have a rocker switch, up and down rocker switch, is divided into two sections. On the left, I've assigned it to be elevator trim down, and then if you bring it down, it's going to set to elevator trim up. Right. So but on the right hand side of the button, I've assigned it to zoom external view. So if I go to external view, I can zoom in and zoom out. It really helps me instead of using the mouse. So this is unzoom external view. And for the head switch, I've assigned to just normal external views, POV left, POV right. Forward and back, I've assigned to up and down. So if I do by input, you can see it goes up, and if I bring it to the back, it goes down. The white button over here, the handle over here, the white button, it takes me to an external view. So if I click on that, it takes me to external view. And on the right hand side of the handle, obviously that's the autopilot, engage, disengage. But this one over here, I've assigned to reset the external view. So this is how I like to have it. These buttons over here I have not assigned to anything yet, so I'll figure out what to do with them. Okay, so let's do a quick flight now that you know that how to set it up. So I'm going to go to this airport over here. So let's start from scratch. I'm going to choose one of this parking area here. Let's choose RAM 1 Lima. The reason I'm using little nav map because it shows me my trail as I'm flying here. Okay, and I like little nav map because actually you can really zoom in and zoom out of the airport. You can really see the taxiway and all that stuff. Okay, so let's click ready to fly, and let's start this baby up. We have the pump on. Not sure that we'll be able to fly in this weather, but let's give it a shot anyway. Okay, wow. Let's mixture control to 100%. Let's do a bit of control. I'm going to use my joystick over here, my Extreme 3D Logitech joystick, to control the throttles and also the rudder on ground. Let's switch on the beacon light. Sorry, let's switch on the batteries first. And let's switch on the beacon to tell the ground stuff that we are going to start up the engine. Let's look at the outside view. Okay, I'm going to using my view here to see. Wow. Okay, this is going to be a challenging flight. Yeah, interesting. Let's have a look. Let's try it anyway. So let's switch on the alternate, and our beacon is on. Let's go back inside, and let's try and switch on the engines. Fuel pump. let's switch that off. Start the engine. So right, both, start. Okay, engine is started. Okay, right, so let's beacon is on. Let's switch on a bit of these lights over here. Yep, much better. The outside view. Okay, let's see. You can now see in little nav map that the aircraft is there, and it will show. So I'm going to leave the map up here so you can see what's going on. Okay, we are facing that, so we're going to take off from runway 35, and then we'll do a circuit. I'll bring it back in a bit. It's gonna block my view. Alright, so let's go back into the aircraft and let's switch on the avionics and let's switch on the taxi light so we can start taxiing. Take out the brakes, power in. So I've also ordered the Bravo controls. It's not due until February, so I gotta make do with what I have using my joystick here. Okay, here we are at the holding point. Let's do a max check. Yeah, I'm going to increase the RPM to about 1,700 using my controls now. Left to drop, back to both, and right to drop, back to both. Works well. Okay, let's switch on our landing lights. So taxi lights, we got a beacon, nav, and on. Everything looks good, and we won't need any flaps for this. I'm gonna not to have flaps. So let's go flying. Not a good weather to fly in, but let's try it anyway. So that was actually the surface wind that was pushing us everywhere. So you can see it's a good feeling. The control column feels exactly like what will be in an actual aircraft, except for obviously the resistance, but very nice from here. Let's do it from outside. Looks good. Watch out for the crosswind that's happening on the surface. level. Let it bleed. Hey, that's the surface I'm talking about. On the taxi light, switch off the landing lights. I'm just going to go straight in. There we go. Parking brakes on. And let's have a look. Okay, we made it. Okay, let's do the avionics. Batteries goes off. Switch off all the lights, and it goes off. Right, there you go. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed that flight and the unboxing of the Alpha Flight Control, which I think is an excellent product. I'm glad that I bought it, and I'm glad that I waited for it. I hope to see you in the next video. Please do subscribe, and if you like this video, please click on the like button. There are much more videos that I'm producing for MSFS 2020, so I hope to see you soon. Happy flying!